Hi, I'm Katie Brown and welcome back to Part 4. In Part 2 of this module, we uncovered 7 major learning styles. In this video, we'll show you how you can tailor your note-making to your learning style. This will greatly enhance your learning, retention, and revision of your content. As we pointed out earlier, everyone has a preferred learning style. Ultimately though, note-making involves putting pen to paper or typing up on a Word document. To absorb and retain the content requires you to get creative in line with your learning style. But before we expand on this concept, let's cover a general rule of note-making that applies to all learning styles. It's inevitable that you'll have to make notes from a textbook for at least one of your subjects. Textbooks generally have long paragraphs with dense information. And what you want to do is try and translate that density into something a little less dense. In other words, you want to break down those chunks into something a little bit more digestible and less likely to lose your interest. Your brain is so much better at retaining information when it's in small doses. Your brain will find it easier to understand small notes like this rather than lots of notes like this. Now, using this as an example, students might want to take this general rule and apply the concept of creating dot points as their go-to strategy for note-making. The reason this works for visual learners in particular is because you can keep them short and simple with 1 point per line. Another great thing about dot points is that you don't need to use full sentences. Just note down the key words. The trick when it comes to dot points is that when you reflect on these notes, you want to make sure that they provide a coherent explanation, description, or argument, or whatever it is that the syllabus is asking you to provide. That means expanding your dot points into sentences and linking the information back together again, even if it's just in your head. For auditory learners, you can record yourself reading your notes and then listen to the recording whenever you have free time. Your early morning commute on the bus or the train is a great time to stick in those headphones and listen to your notes. You could even do it during a free period. And for kinesthetic learners, palm cards are a great idea. Once you write out your syllabus points, you can shuffle them around to help make connections. Moving your body is pretty important too. So it's not a bad idea to associate your notes with a specific physical exercise. That way, when you associate a specific point with a specific exercise, it helps the information stick. So those are just a couple of ways to be creative in accordance to your learning style. But ultimately, you want to make your study sessions as memorable as possible. In the final part of this module, we're going to expand on the points that we've talked about today. And we'll explore some effective ways to revise your study notes. I'm Katie Brown, thanks for watching.